Hey, it's your friend Chuck Cassie. I'm gonna show you a quick tip today. If you or a bus you love is suffering from low power, a little bit of excess smoke, and maybe poor fuel economy, you're gonna wanna catch this trick, and it's cheap. Check it out. Okay, so here's all you need to fix these issues. We got a new Fleetguard fuel filter. Stick to the name brand stuff. Fleetguard's good. This is a new water separator. Don't really have to swap this as a part of what I'm doing, but I'm gonna anyways, just because I haven't done it yet on this bus. And this is the secret sauce. This is Diesel Purge by Liquid Moly. And you know, I'm not like a snake oil kind of guy. Usually this stuff is bogus. But this stuff, holy smokes, literally not making you smoke. It really improves the performance of your diesel engine by cleaning and lubing the injectors and injection pump. And on these older diesel engines, they love this stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the old filter off, and whenever you change the filter on a diesel engine, you wanna pre-fill the filter with fuel. Instead of using fuel, we will use Diesel Purge. So it comes right off of this. Only other tools you need are a nice filter wrench. I love these strap wrenches. That's what that's for. And you know, gloves, because you don't wanna smell like diesel all day. So on my motor, my secondary fuel filter, or primary fuel filter, only fuel filter really, is right there. And it's usually somewhere around your injection pump if you have an older engine with an injection pump like that. So we're gonna get in there, unscrew that, pop a new one on. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead, take a look at this water separator. You can usually drain the water out of these. It's clear glass though. And that just, you know, that's full of gross stuff. So we're gonna pop that off and put a new one on right there. But first, let's fire this up so I can show you how it sounds now, and we'll see if it sounds better, smoother when we start up again. I like doing this on a warmed up engine, so I think it just like steam cleans it better. So we'll fire it up real quick. It sounds pretty good already, to be honest. But you know, it's got that diesel clatter. You hear that? I hear it. Sounds like I might have a little air leak somewhere too. Doubtful. We'll get it. This is what it sounds like. Yeah. You got the fuel filter swap and the water separator swap. I don't know if it sounds too different. That sounds nice. Let me tell you all a story. This is one of the reasons why doing your own maintenance on your bus is a really good thing to do when you can, if you feel comfortable doing it. So I'm doing this fuel filter job, no big deal. The job itself takes literally 2 minutes for me. But I'm in here doing this and I shut the motor off to change the filter and I heard a really faint tss, you know, air leak sound. And you hear that from time to time, but you shouldn't hear it up in this area. It's my air compressor right here. And so I started messing around and following that sound with my ear, and I got way back in there, and my main line that comes off my air compressor, it attaches to this fitting here, and it goes back through a check valve and into the air tank. That's what runs my brakes. The line, it's all chafed up. And I don't know if you can see, but right there's a gouge deep in that line, and that's what was leaking, and I was literally about to hit the road. I was 5 minutes from hitting the road, and I was like, we gotta fix this, because if that thing gets worse, I'm gonna lose my air pressure, my emergency brakes will set on, and I'll literally be completely stuck, just dead in the water. And I wouldn't have caught that if I wasn't in here changing out my fuel filters. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? And the story gets even better though, because Wes and his, you know, circle friend, hey, there he is, whoop, sneaking by. He's just always lurking in my shots. Up there at Fremar, they are a heavy equipment, you know, earth moving company. He's got friends up there, and he called him up, and I was able to get the old hose off. That's no big deal at all. And we went up there and they made me up a new one. This is hydraulic line, so it's not a typical application for it, but it'll do just fine, and it'll certainly get me home. And then I can, if I want, take the part number off the old one and swap it. But long story short, if you're doing your own maintenance, that'll keep you in tune with your rig. And so if something's not right, you'll be the first person to know, and like me, you'll catch that before you get on the road. I've broken down in the middle of Kansas several times, and it's not my favorite thing to do. I'll just be honest with you. And thanks to Wes and those fellas at Fremar, I got the new hose. I'll put this on. This is only about 10 minutes of work, but it could have been a multi-day breakdown if we hadn't caught it. So look at that. Change a fuel filter could save your trip. All right, let's get this new line in and hit the road. Well, we got that new line on. Just did a test, ran it up to air pressure. No leaks. All in all, including the filter change, this whole ordeal is probably only about 45 minutes, but it saved me from breaking down in Hays, Kansas. So I'm gonna wrap up this little short video on bus maintenance that really evolved from just swapping your fuel filters and running some diesel purge to the importance of knowing your rig and not being afraid to get in there because it could save your butt. Just think that could have been a tow, a couple nights of hotels, lots of tears, stress, and instead that was just a couple greasy hands and a trip with Wes up to the shop. All right, I'm Chuck Cassidy. We'll see you next time.